Hi, it's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and spring is in the air. We moved into our brand new house this past summer, and by the time I was ready to start gardening, it was winter, so I'm finally getting around to it. I dug up the corner of the yard and I started to plant flowers, and if you know me, you know that this is a big hardship. I'm not very good at keeping plants alive, but I'm really going to try to keep this garden thriving. And all of this garden talk got me thinking, I should be making some flower-themed macarons. So let's get into the video. I'm starting off by making one of my favorite fillings. I'm just taking some strawberries here, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of granulated sugar, and I'm adding a little small jam jar. Bake the strawberries with the sugar and the jam for about 30 minutes at 350. Then take the strawberries and their juices and place them in a food processor. And this is the same exact food processor that I used to make the macarons, which is why you saw a little bit of almond flour in there, which is perfectly fine to mix in with the filling. I've been seeing a lot of sugar cookies made with this mason jar bouquet idea, so I thought I would do the same thing but in macarons instead. I'm just freehanding the flowers, thinking about what type of arrangement I might want to have in the box, and I'm just doing a lot of sketched flowers, nothing too perfect. Now, I'm not going to give you my exact macaron recipe because I took a very special class for that, so if you want to take that class, I will put the link down below. What I'm doing right now is I'm showing you how to color multiple colors at once in one macaron batch. This is not easy. What you have to do is you have to divide however much almond flour and however many colors you have. So for example, if you have 500 grams of almond flour and 5 colors, you're obviously going to go 500 divided by 5, and you're going to make sure that you have 100 grams of almond flour in each bowl, and you have to do that with your meringue and icing sugar as well. After you weigh everything out perfectly, then you can add your color to the meringue portion. Now, the reason that you can't just split all of your batter up and then mix it in like you would with icing is because your macaron will come out with the wrong texture and you won't develop feet. And for those of you that don't know, feet are the little bubbly bits that you see just below the surface of the macaron. What makes this so tricky is that you also have to make sure that you nail the correct consistency when you are folding in those ingredients. And what you saw what I did with that yellow batter was I folded in everything and then I kind of went back in and stirred it up a little bit until it got to the right consistency. You'll probably have to watch that portion with the yellow batter over and over and over until you can see what the right consistency is. There's something so satisfying about seeing all the colors mixed up and placed together. I am using tipless bags to go ahead and pipe on all of those shapes. I placed a piece of parchment paper over top. Now what you saw there was that I flipped around the paper and then put the parchment back on top of it. The reason that I flipped it around like that is so that I can get perfect backs and fronts for each macaron. It is such a luxury for me to have multiple colors because I never do this because it is so much work. So I'm just playing around and doing a whole bunch of different designs. I am letting everything set up completely until it's super opaque on top, and this usually takes around an hour to an hour and a half. If you've made macarons before, these will turn out slightly different than your typical macaron, especially the ones that are shaped or have lots of different colors in them, because they don't develop as nice of feet as when you just do a regular macaron. They still have that amazing little crunch with a nice chewy center though. I am just using my same Swiss meringue buttercream that I always use. I will link down below to the video where I make that. And then I am putting some of that strawberry filling that we made earlier in the center. I always use buttercream to at least outline the macaron before adding my fillings, because if you don't do it that way, then your fillings end up sliding everywhere. I want the shape to be super maintained, so I'm keeping those fillings really nice and pillowy and tall, and I'm not sandwiching it too close together. To make things really pop, I'm just going in with some airbrush. You do not have to do this at all. I'm just doing it for a little bit more depth. I'm also going to be adding some royal icing later on top of the macarons, but I know some people just really like to eat the macaron as is, and you totally could with these designs. How cute is this little macaron cake? For my recipe on royal icing, I will put a link down in the description below for what I am using. And now for the best part, getting to see all of those beautiful macarons in the natural light. I love that this macaron is fully done with macaron batter, nothing added to it. I let those tiny bits of royal icing set up in the fridge, and the macarons are free to go in the fridge or the freezer for about 2 months. If I had any choice of packaging, I would choose a much more shallow box with a clear top. But this is what I have because I have a whole bunch of cake boxes left over from when I was making a lot of cakes. And it looks really cute with a little bit of Easter grass in there. I also did a few bunches of macarons that went together. I really love that little cute baking set for my friend Rachel. I made this mini macaron cake for my very good friend Ashley. It is her 25th birthday today, so a huge happy birthday to Ashley. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of this sweetie fam. Right now I'm uploading every day at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time.